All right, and hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream, or if it's your first time here, welcome, and here we are. So, new week after finishing Slender Threads. That game ended very, very abruptly, but that's fine, because we have another one coming up here, on Friday, Saturday, but since it is Wednesday, you know what that means. It is just chill stream day, and I figured might as well just do Dorfromantik again. I'm kind of in the mood. Like, if I were to, say, try and play Minecraft, I feel like I would log in and there'd be, like, a bunch of shit that I have to do. I have to, like, update, the Vein Miner mod, and maybe there's even a new edition of Minecraft that doesn't go well, and it's like, oh god. I feel like Minecraft will eventually come back to the stream. Especially, if in a future date I do stream more than 3 times a week. But for now, I'm gonna just go back to Dorfromantik since we played it last week, and it is basically the definition of a chill game, which makes it all the funnier that I, blow a gasket over something so chill and serene and peaceful. But, hope you all having a good week. That your Wednesday is going well for you, and let's try and get into the game here real soon. I'm not buying fucking Call of Duty just because they put old music I like in the ad.
Additional supply depots required.
Thank you so much for the resub on Prime. I really appreciate it. Ram Ranch! Alright. It appears to be capturing. It appears to be capturing. So, let's just resume this one. This is the one we were working on last time. And this one is crazy because we're trying to get these heavyweights where we don't rotate the tiles ever. You make a village that big challenges would like. If the game gives me the correct tiles, absolutely. The problem is getting the correct tiles. The game dictates whether or not I am going to succeed or fail based upon purely that. Oh man. I need exactly one. I need exactly one right there. You know what would be a funny stream one day? If you opened MS Paint and tried to draw things or follow a Bob Ross tutorial? I'm not against that as a concept. It's not a terrible concept at all. It could be funny, yeah. Especially since I would just be so bad at it. Did you bring your, drawing tools with you to Japan? I would assume so. That would be a natural thing you would do. I guess this can go right there. You brought your tablet? Oh, that's... Wait a minute, this actually fits perfectly right here. Oh, fuck. That's awesome. Okay. Oh boy. It's not big, so I just put it in my handbag. Ooh. Well, I'm just having that thought and asking because, obviously if I was trying to do mouse keyboard, it would be, so bad if I tried to do that. But if it was a stream where, I'm visiting or something, you could, just show me how to use your thing. And then I would still do very badly, but it'd probably be better than mouse keyboard. I haven't had time to draw yet, unfortunately. Could even do Rag's thumbnail this time. You'll find the time eventually when things are more comfortable. So, nothing to be held against you. Well, I think humor comes from the mouse drawing. I was thinking because of MS Paint. True. I would still be so bad at it, though, even with, like a technological assistance, that I don't know, it still might be funny. I can't find a single fucking place to put this shit. This is annoying. Doesn't fit anywhere. It fucking sucks. This tile sucks. This tile fucking blows, dude. I hate this tile. Okay, fine. This is the closest thing to something that even... I have to hit undo and then go back, and then... Here we go. Fuck. This wants to be closed off, so I don't think placing this tile here really makes any sense. Imagine living on that tile and you hear God saying that! Should I turn the music up, by the way, or is the music sort of, like, actually hearable just fine? I could put this here, and this technically works. It doesn't connect back to this, though, so... Whatever. That kills that. That does not kill that. Oh, I could put that there. Yep. Music seems fine. Okay, if it's hearable, then it's fine. Damn it, that was almost perfect. That was so close to being perfect, right there. Same here, it's almost perfect, but it just isn't actually, and so that's annoying. No! Okay, I'll do that. Sure. This, I'm gonna place... Oh, wait, I can put it here or here. Or I can put it here. This isn't actually too terrible. How much you've edited so far? I have currently been going through the audio, removing all the mistakes. The missed takes. I got flabbergasted thinking, wait a moment. Is mistake and missed take the same thing? Very strangely shaped spaghetti continent. Yeah. Well, we're trying to do this thing here where we don't rotate the tiles, so it looks like a spaghetti. Don't touch my spaghetti. Oh. This is an end track. That's good, because we want the tracks to end. This is almost perfect right here. My god. It's just barely not. Right here, it's nice and open, but... Well, that was the thing I was actually going to ask you about. Like, how do I get clips for a show without pirating it? Because I don't want to have to, like, learn how to pirate something in order to get those clips. Do I actually have to just go and, like, watch the show and, like, record the show's footage or something? Like, that sounds like a very cumbersome task if that's the way to do it. Maybe pirating would be easier, but I don't have any fucking knowledge or skill in how to do that. Are the specific clips available on YouTube at all? I don't technically know. Like, just clips from Arcane Season 2 with no commentary in the background? Like, I don't really think so. I would imagine that's the type of thing that gets hosed immediately. But then again, maybe if I just remove the audio, then I can find plenty of other people using the same clips, and then I just get it from them or something? I don't know. I don't know. Man, I want to put this here, but it's just barely not perfect, so I'm going to put it here. That does not fit. That does not fit. This does fit. Fuck. Fuck! Fuck. No! This sucks, but I have no place else to put it. Oh, okay, so we could put this right here. You haven't Googled Arcane Season 2 clips on YouTube at all? You know what, I guess I technically haven't done that. It's just that that's one of those things where it seems like, well, of course that wouldn't work. But technically, yeah, you're right, I haven't tried that. And if it does work, then okay. You can't see me shrugging, but I am shrugging. God damn it. This tile challenge is very difficult. I might abandon this once we get the 150. I'll probably abandon this and just play the game normally. Sure, whatever. Neato. Oh! Oh, this is great. That's perfect right there, is what that is. Okay. No! Oh! That's perfect, right there. We need to bring back evolution. Humans need stronger back muscles. You know, if I was God, if it were up to me, I would have all men and women be 6 feet tall and jacked. If I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't know how to do the footage thing other than piracy, because that's how I got clips for videos. Well, then I guess I'll have to do something else. Which is fine, you know. Double based. Sorry, we're both gonna get a phone call from the base department. Oh, what a big day. We're really high rolling, huh? Okay. Where do I put this garbage? Come on. Guess that works. Oh, I don't like that. Ugh. Oh, that's good. That's very good right there. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that's awful. I can't do that. I cannot do that. That is awful, dude. And I can't help but I don't think the dorm internet would be quick for that. Yeah, it's fine. I'll find a methodology of some sort. Damn it. Come on. I guess this is the only... Yeah, it's the only place that can actually go. No wonder. No! No, don't tell me. Well... I mean... It completes it and gives me 5 cards, so you know what? Let's do it. I don't particularly like it, but if that's how it's gonna be, then that's how it's gonna be. Oh my god, that's perfect. I love that. That wouldn't close it off, actually. Yeah, no, never mind, I'm being dumb. That wouldn't close it off. Those call centers are gonna be busy. Why did you say that when you came in, LBG? Did Did you have to do some manual labor and you, like, strained your back a bit too hard or something? Because, I can empathize very easily. Holy fuck, this is perfection! Look at this! It all matches! Oh my god! Mwah! This is so good! Oh, you love when a tile comes together at long last. Holy fuck. I don't know, it was fine all day until I got comfy. Yeah, it's when you relax. It's the moment when you go to relax and then you realize your back muscles don't want to relax and you have to fight against your own back muscles that are trying to continue straining and not just relax. And then the result is that you actually hurt more because you're trying to force your muscles back into a relaxed position when they don't want to be. That happens to me literally every time I go to do my stretches. That's why I can't really do them very often. Also just because it makes me Howie scream on the inside of my skull, you know. On this bar of chocolate, the back says, "Can you see it says happy on each block in this slab?" But it doesn't say that at all. It's my body and I need it now. It's my body and I need it now. Do you have a functioning normal body that is owed court payments? Call this number to get access to your body immediately. It's my body and I want it now. That's not too terrible, but it's still pretty bad. Oh, this is fucking awful. Ugh. You hate to see it when a tile doesn't come together. Fuck! Ooh, almost. God, this is so close to being perfect, but just isn't. So how many tiles get violated right here? We only have one tile violated. Right here we have 2 tiles violated, so I guess I'll put it here. I melted a block into my oatmeal this morning. Maybe that one was happy. Yeah, it was happening as it was fucking dissolving and dying. Is J.G. Wentworth real, or is it a Betty Crocker situation? I don't fucking know. I haven't seen commercials for that in, like, 15 years. It's imprinted into my skull because that's just what commercials are designed to do. But I don't actually know anything about the company in reality. Man, I really like getting perfects in this game. But this challenge is making it almost impossible. Like, if I could just turn this, it would be perfect to fit right here. But I can't turn it because we're doing the challenge for now. So it's just kind of like, well. I could do the same thing here. I could turn this so that it fits perfectly, but... have you ever heard of anyone using it kind of sus? You know, you're not wrong. I've never actually heard of anybody using those types of companies. But it does feel real to me because it's a boomer thing. It's a boomerism. Like, it was all for the purpose of, like, liquidating money that these old people were owed from lawsuits, which was during a time when there were a shitload of lawsuits because of mesothelioma and other workplace health-related things that went on in the 80s and the 90s that fucked up the lives of the boomers who were doing work during those decades. And so those boomers were getting court paychecks from companies that gave them mesothelioma, and so my assumption is that those J.G. Wentworth commercials were for, like, liquidating those types of assets. But you're saying that Google says it's fake, and, well, if that's true, then I'm not gonna say, don't color me totally surprised, because I am not even it's not even vaguely shocking that that would be fake, but it also just feels like it would be real as well, without very much difficulty. God, I hate these. God, what a fucking annoyance. I hate these terrible tiles. These tiles suck. They suck ass. Okay, if we put this here, it'll complete. Oh, this is almost perfect. I remember seeing so many mesothelioma lawsuit ads. I googled, then clicked an article, then I used the back button too many times and didn't notice, so I was confused at why Google results were all about Japanese cereal brands. Oh, oh, fuck. Man, what's this about cereal, huh? Well, as we know, breakfast cereal is a conspiracy. So, that's a fair thing for you to Google. Perfect. Why are the results for J.G. Wentworth telling me what Kellogg's is in Ghana? I don't care that it's a conspiracy, it's delicious. Yeah, you're right. I still eat, like, Raisin Bran and occasionally some Cinnamon Oat stuff. It's still a conspiracy, though, and I'm never gonna let it down. I'm never gonna forgive the conspiracy. Because one of the aspects of the conspiracy is that Kellogg's is basically the man who's responsible for the company. That man is responsible for American culture being obsessed with chopping off the foreskin of infant boys in the United States. And I despise that brand and that man for that reason. So not only is cereal itself a conspiracy, but Kellogg is also responsible for the mutilation of millions of people. Like, you might think I'm joking. I'm not. This is not a bit. This is I am being completely serious. The reason circumcision is done in the United States is primarily because of a cultural trend that was lobbied by Kellogg, who was extremely rich and a Catholic. And as you know, religions like mutilating the genitals of men and women because they are so obsessed with debauchery that they seek to literally mutilate people when they are babies, rather than abide by the risk that that person might grow up into an adult that has sex with people outside of marriage. Because that's totally an acceptable solution. Let's mutilate people in order to prevent this thing. But no, that's barbaric. It's disgusting. No, you don't understand. Circumcision makes it easier to be clean. Oh, so you just admitted you don't shower? It's actually... You know what's funny is that it's actually the opposite. The entire purpose of the foreskin is to keep the glands of the penis moisturized and free of debris. The reason smegma exists is because the foreskin is cleaning the glands of the penis, and it's forcing all of that gunk to not linger on the penis, and instead it collects at the bottom of the foreskin. And so then the purpose is you clean that up, and then your body and you just cleaned themselves exactly as nature intended. So people don't even get the cleaning argument right. Correct. Correct. The entire purpose of the foreskin is to moisturize, protect, and clean the glands. The reason that erectile dysfunction is so big in the United States is because there are so many nerve endings in the foreskin that are removed from birth. And then additionally, because the foreskin is removed, the glands of the penis calcifies. So the upper layers of skin-like flesh of the penis, of the glands, calcifies into a callus. And the nerve endings are dead inside a callus. So the reason American men have so much ED is because they have so many nerve endings removed from the penis, and then the outer layer of nerves of the glands die from being calloused. So, pro-circ arguments are the equivalent of when AI artists say when they do it is the same as me using a digital tablet. Yeah, it's literally, it's one of those problems plagued with complete and utter misinformation in every capacity. And the reason, but people are so fervent about it because it started as a religious conviction to mutilate as many baby boys as possible. And then it became a cultural thing where now people don't want to stop doing it because they don't want to be going against the grain of the culture. This is where this whole horse shit idea comes from, that, oh, you should be okay with circumcision because American women prefer the penis to not have a foreskin. And it's like, that's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. The only reason American women think that is because you've told them their entire life that that's what a penis is supposed to look like. But that's not how it works. Like, that's literally not how it works at all. Like, you're making a very disgusting argument, because, like, why the fuck... Because here's the thing, even if it were true that around the entire world women preferred circumcised cocks, why the fuck are you thinking about the sex life of this baby? You don't know what its autonomy when it's an adult is. You don't know what choices it's going to make with its body. Like... So and also, here's the thing... Circumcision is fine as long as you can consent to it. A baby cannot consent to that. So, like, if there are dudes who are like, you know what, my foreskin is holding me back from fucking bitches, that adult man can then go and just get his own circumcision. Like... Didn't the Old Testament say God specifically told the Israelites to circumcise, and the covenant wasn't necessarily for the New Testament because it was fulfilled? I don't know. I'm not a biblical scholar. I don't even like reading in my free time because reading is so difficult. But if that's true, then you know, you can't see me shrugging, but I'm shrugging because it's just like, lo and behold, religious people misinterpreting their texts again? Man. What a shocker. Jesus said shit like shellfish and mixed fabric was only for the covenant of the Old Testament. Pretty sure I read that part. Wow. Literally, once it's erect, it's not even different looking. Yeah. You are completely correct. Because here's the thing. The foreskin of the penis is anatomically designed by nature so that when the man is erect, the foreskin just pulls back. So, like, half of the glands becomes revealed in the first place. And during intercourse, what the foreskin does is it slides backwards and then slightly forwards and then backwards over and over again. And that's why the foreskin has so many nerve endings in it that, you know, give the man the information for his nervous system to have more control over his body. Like, men who have a calloused glands, who have no nerve endings because there's no foreskin, and then the upper nerve endings of the glands are gone, they have less control or less sensory information about what is going on with their penis. And that's why they get ED. Because all those nerve endings being gone makes it so they don't have this sensory information to understand exactly what to do. Which isn't their fault that they were circumcised as a baby and had that taken away from them, but I'm just saying that that's the reason that men get ED. And it is so very significantly the fault of circumcision, which was brought about by an insane Catholic in the early 20th century who had a monopoly on breakfast cereal. It sounds like a fucking parody from, like, Idiocracy, but it's literally real. That is literally real. I didn't mean to get into such a gross and serious topic, but it's just, once I saw the name Kellogg, my brain just, like, I just went feral right there, because, like, I used to watch, like, 10 years ago, I used to watch significantly more political content on the internet, including, like, activist stuff related to leftism, but also to, like, men's issues stuff. And so, like, there is, like, this ancient part of me from, like, 10 years ago that still gets rapid when even the vaguest whiff of like, an unaddressed male issue gets brought up. God damn it, I'm trying to figure... I guess I'll put this here. Whatever. Fuck! Guess I'll put it there. I don't like it, but I'll do it. I don't like that either. But it'll get the job done. A lot of those old atheist YouTubers became real losers, man. The channel I used to watch a lot of is Honey Badger Radio. And the reason that I picked them over other, like, men's rights content is because they are an activist group for men's rights that is primarily composed of women. So it's one of those things where it's like, you can't really just sit here and say, oh, these are a bunch of dudes who are just complaining about pointless things, because it's not. It's a bunch of women. I used to watch them in high school. We probably watched them around the same time period then. You're only like 3 or 4 years. You're like 3.75 years younger than me. So if you were in high school and I was like 21, 22, then yeah, we probably watched them around the same time period. I sent them a letter once. That was cool when they read that on stream. Do you like The Dadvocate? I don't know if I have seen enough of The Dadvocate to remember if I have watched them before. Oh wait, no wait, you showed me the Dadvocate before. Yeah, I haven't, other than what you've exposed me to, I haven't seen much of The Dadvocate, but I assume it's totally acceptable. It's hard to say that a men's rights thing is like is misogynist when there are women who are speaking out about it. which is why it's ironically so important that women speak out on issues like this. It's not a power that sensible women want to have, but unfortunately it is a responsibility they have to accept if anything's going to change, because the way these issues are submerged from the public is by people just saying, "Oh, this is misogyny." But if a woman is the one speaking out, then you can't really suppress that very easily. You can't suppress that with that argument, because it's very easy for normies to believe that something is misogynist. It's very hard for normies to believe in internalized misogyny. The actual misogynists are those pick-me girls that say women shouldn't vote and all that. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's almost not even real, or that it's like a meme. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I've never sincerely seen a woman who says stuff like that and means it from the bottom of her heart. I feel like that's almost like just like a devil's advocate meme that was made up at some point. I'm gonna say we need 14 more cards, which means we need to get a perfect here or complete a quest, or we're gonna fail this. I can complete this quest by just doing that, but if I can get a perfect by any other means, then I think I will. Just Pearly Things says it, but I say pick me because she's clearly really trying to pander and constantly praises Andrew Tate for male approval. Ugh, okay. So you have witnessed the existence of one of these women before. That's very unfortunate that that's a real person. Oh, god damn it! Bro, am I really gonna just place that right there so I can guarantee the completed quest? Am I really gonna do that? I don't want to. I really don't want to, because it's ugly as fuck. But I think I have to. Yeah, she even has said shit like, "I'm okay if a man cheats on me." Like, she's so cringe, I wonder if she's just psy-opping. That actually does sound suspiciously absurd. To the point where I wonder if you're right. I feel like that might be a psyop. Because that is so suspiciously ridiculous. 15 or 5. Fuck. Oh, well, this is perfect right there. Come on, I want to force the game. There we go. That is so suspiciously crazy. That's so suspicious that, like, I don't even know why a man would want to put his cock in a woman who says stuff like that, because that's just like, I'm not gonna lie, I've never been a fan of this weird gendered like power dynamic that people attempt to push between men and women, where like within a sexual relationship there's supposed to be some sort of frictionless battle. I've always hated that, and I've always hated people who insist upon themselves demeaning other people sexually, or like being demeaned sexually. So it's very, very weird to me when somebody is like begging to be mistreated. Fuck off, Microsoft To Do. Hold on, I missed some of your comments. I've seen them before, but from what my great-grandma used to tell me, a lot of women didn't want to vote outside the advocates. They thought it would require draft sign-up and other responsibilities. Basically, people like Pearl erase the nuance of the draft opposite in the past and straight up just say women don't want rights, just inherently. Yeah, that was weird, and she tried to frame it like men cheating is just normal male behavior. That's a misandrist take from her, if that's the reason she's thinking that. Puppy play is so weird. She gets to be the dog, and I get to, what, fuck the dog? I know, it's very weird. I don't like people trying to humiliate each other for sexual gratification. It's very fucking strange. I don't like it. But yeah, so, like, I understand the argument of, oh, women didn't want to sign up for a draft. I get that argument. But, like, the solution... You know what the solution actually is? It's to not draft people. Then again, one time when I was listening to Honey Badger Radio, one time they suggested that, no, you should not let women be drafted, because if women get drafted, they will be put into non-combat military positions, which will then lead to more men being forced into combat positions where they'll be killed. So you shouldn't draft anyone, period. Which I thought was a very interesting argument. So what do I need? I need 7. I only have 6 on me, though. Sexual liberation wasn't a mistake. Motherfuckers need shame again. I mean, it's this weird pendulum where religion has sexually oppressed people, like, objectively speaking. Religion has sexually oppressed people in the past. But going from that to yes, let's have orgies and let's whip each other and beat the living shit out of each other and, like, all this other weird stuff, like, it's kind of like going... It's kind of like, you know, throwing the baby out with the bathwater, where it's like, okay, now we get to cut loose and do completely insane nonsense, and it's like, that seems a bit like of an extreme reaction. I need to close this now. I have to. Or else I'm not gonna have enough cards. That's why I wonder if she was a psyop, because so many of her takes are men are inherently bossy and restrictive and animalistic, so women should just submit totally. Yeah, that sounds like fetish talk, which is gross. It's like, oh, they're so big and strong and they're beasts, so I just want to submit to them. Like, what are you doing? That's weird. Why are you being a weirdo? Okay, we're gonna get the challenge just fine. Ugh. Everything I've seen about kink talk has been against my will. I've seen those dudes making TikToks about being a daddy, and the dude looks like he smells like potting soil and has anxiety attacks when he calls Taco Bell. You're right, though. Society rubber banded hard in the other direction. It grosses me out. Yeah, it grosses me out, too. Can't we just have a wholesome universe where, like, people can get married regardless of their gender without people becoming degenerates? Like, can we just do that, please? Can we just be reasonable? Hey! Heavyweight 5. We have a new bear! Oh no, heavyweight 6! Ah! We'll just play until completion of this world here, because we're clearly going to lose in a moment. We only have 3 cards left, and I don't think I can close anything off fast enough for it to result in us winning. I can't take any sexy talk seriously. People sound like goobers. My junk would go soft as a liquid. So soft it would be a liquid. Yeah, I've never... A lot of weird, like, fetish talk has always been weird to me, in the sense that I'm like, why would somebody like this, necessarily? Like, I would figure that, like, sexy talk would involve, like, saying just the type of things that you already like hearing from another person, because, you know, they're emotionally fulfilling statements to hear. But then people, like, supposed common sexy talk is just, like, strange. Alright, so next world, we're not gonna go for heavyweight 6. That's just a fucking pain in the ass, so fuck that. That stuff just makes me feel very uncomfortable. I never want to be in that situation. I just get a secondhand embarrassment and leave. But I wasn't sure if me feeling that way was just because of me being weird. I don't know. I don't think it's you being weird, really. I think there's like this weird zeitgeist with sex where it's like you're expected to sort of behave a certain way, and that if you don't, there's something wrong with you. And I feel like that's a very artificial thing that like our culture is responsible for as a result of these rubber banding degenerates. Like, I would imagine, like, people who are long married and stuff, like, they don't need weird fetish talk to know what they want from each other, because they're in love. So it's like, I don't know why you wouldn't be saying, like, sweet pillow talk stuff that you... Like, the stuff that you would say while cuddling, why would you not be doing the same thing with, like, when you're talking to them while fornicating, you know? Because it's like, if you're in love, then, like, why would you not speak in like, that type of a loving fashion, you know? So, like, I don't think you're alone in thinking that it's weird and uncomfortable when people start saying really... when they approach the subject with weird ideas of what they're supposed to be saying. I will admit, though, I think the reason a lot of men end up gravitating towards it, though, is because they just don't understand that or rather, they've been told that, oh, this is what you have to do to get laid, or whatever. And as a result, they probably don't... A lot of them just don't really care about whether or not they're making themselves or their partner uncomfortable. Honestly, I'll say it is weird in the sense that it's just expected for people to like it. I also hate it. Like, I'll laugh in someone's face before I can reciprocate it. Well, it's because they can't get off unless someone's getting punched in the face or bleeding. Even the mommy talk makes me cringe. I'm not gonna lie. I think that hentai memes can be very, very funny. And the whole era... But, like, the problem with hentai memes is when they become unironic. Like when that meme came out that was like, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry. Like, that was funny until you realize that like, eventually it stopped being funny because people were taking it seriously and they were like, yeah, that's so hot. And it's like, what? Excuse me? Hentai memes are funny because they're confined to fiction. The moment people start bringing it into the real world is really weird. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I know I'm destroying some of the tiles when I complete some of these, but I think a little bit of tile destruction is acceptable. Wait. There we go. That's better. Man, isn't this world so much easier and better when I can fucking spin all of the tiles? Fuck, it's so hard. The game is so hard when you can't spin anything. What is that about? Probably a bit TMI, but I had a girlfriend once want me to hold a knife to her, a dull knife, but still a knife. Shit made me double take. That is so goddamn weird. That is so goddamn fucking weird. I saw a guy wearing a furry hentai sweater when I was at uni years ago, and I was contemplating if I should just get back on the bus on leave and leave. That is... If there's one thing that should be made obvious is that a lot of these people are spineless, and so they shouldn't necessarily be feared. You probably knew that, though, and that's why you didn't leave. But I think it's important to say, because as much as I don't like people being that, like, acting that way in public, you know, you don't want to you don't want to rubber band into a rubber band into a rubber band. You know what I mean? It's like, ooh, this makes me a bit uncomfortable. Let's, I'm gonna, like, rethink life choices as a result. And I get it, but at the same time, like, we shouldn't be too afraid. I don't know what class he was going to, but I'm glad it wasn't mine. Oh, good. Good. Very good. Yeah, that's strange. That's very strange. That forest wants to get closed, but unfortunately, I have acquired another forest tile. So we will not be able to close it. Do I want... No, let's do it like that. Okay, now we can close it. I don't know, there are days I'd rather be a killjoy than let that continue around me. I mean, I guess for me, it's easier to just contemplate because I'm disabled and I'm not constantly going out into the world and seeing these people in public, so maybe I would change my tune if I was constantly having to deal with degenerates in my vision. But when I was in high school, like grade 8 or 9, an obese weird girl was watching some lesbian ecchi-looking thing on her laptop in math class. That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. Well, it's weird, but I also get it. Like, school is fucking boring. And if you're a porn watcher, then you're gonna go and you're gonna look at pornography because you're bored. But it's still strange. It's still a bit shameless. Is this just an OCD organization, the game? Okay, so the entire point of is that you have a limited number of these card tiles here. And the entire point is to try and make as big of a landmass as possible without fully running out of cards. And you do this by completing quests and by getting perfect matches where every side of a tile matches every other tile around it. So you could say that, yes, it is kind of like an OCD simulator, which is why this game makes me blow a gasket at times, because I'm just, like, internally screaming, trying to find a perfect match every time I place a tile. So in a way, it kind of is. I didn't want to be mean and stereotype because she looked weird, but she literally was the stereotype. Dude, we had a group of girls, Yip and Meow, in school. Also had a guy who had taxidermized possum puppet who he talked to, but that wasn't sexual. He also did a voice for it. Possum guy is either a serial killer or the best friend ever. I agree. That's either an eccentric person who deserves to be treated nicely, or he is an absolute, like, Jeffrey Dahmer-ass motherfucker. I don't think there's any in between. Or he was a class clown, but only LBG would know if that's the case or not. Oh, come on! This is so close to being perfect! Fuck! The last time I went to a public school in person was middle school. And I'll tell you what, in one of the last days I spent in 8th grade in middle school, this fat goth chick happened to be sitting next to me, and she asked me a question of, like, so who have you been having sex with lately? And I gave her this look of, like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And she was like, oh, no, it's... Like, I didn't say anything to her. I just gave her that look. And then she was like, oh, it's okay if you just talk about it. Everyone's fine with that. And that just cemented in my brain, like, an eternal, like, disdain and creeped out feeling over... Like, I've always... Even when I was, like, 11... and I was first going through puberty, I've always been, like, a one-woman type of dude. I've always been, like, I want a woman that I can marry, and I don't want to really have intercourse with anybody else for my entire life. Like, I've always been that, even when I was just going through puberty. So I've always been averse to people speaking like that. But when this girl spoke like that to me, that just completely annihilated any chance of me ever having a perception where I would genuinely want to do something degenerate in real life. You know? Like, hentai is one thing, but it's not real. Like, no matter how low and depressed I have been at some point in my life, it has never been the type where I would look at... where after nutting to hentai, I would be like, now I want to do this in real life. No. No. Not even at my lowest points in my life have I ever felt that way. Never. And that's saying something, because, like, I'm like a teratophile a bit. Which I know is gonna be weird if you know what that means, but, like, I'm a bit of that. But one of the abject things that makes me not really afraid of that part of myself is that it's completely fictitious and impossible. And it has literally no bearing on reality and would never cause me to take an action based on that. Meanwhile, there are degenerates in this world who have the sexual fantasy of wanting to feed people food, and then they go out into the world as adults and they kill people by feeding them to death. And they don't go to prison. I don't know what that is. Teratophilia is the sexual attraction to monsters. So, it's the alpha monster girl kink before it became a popular quote-unquote kink. Because the problem with the whole monster girl fandom thing is that the moment it had even a little bit of, like, popular traction, it just sailed off into the universe. And it became sort of a meme that, like, every single time you see, like, any type of pornography of, like, a woman who just barely does not look human, it's like, oh, that's monster girl porn. Yeah, I liked Monster Musume before it was popular, is what I'm getting at. And once it got popular, I was immediately like, well, these people are fucking posers. Because here's the thing, like, Monster Girl Encyclopedia is another one that was that's extremely popular. And it is, like, if I tap into my teratophilia right here, right now, I think it is absolutely fucking pathetic that that Monster Girl Encyclopedia thing is basically just a book of anime girls, like, wearing different cat ears and cat gloves, and then saying that, oh, hey, look at this monster girl, oh, and it's like, that's nothing. That's fucking nothing. Try a xenomorph. Try, like, a squid alien from a science fiction series that's like an intelligent squid creature. You don't know monster girls if you're gonna sit here with these these female characters that just look like they're dressed up. They just look like they're wearing cosplay is what they look like. But you're like, oh, this is prime monster girl pornography. No, it's not. You weakling. Yeah, I like me some monster girls. I want a ghost girlfriend so she can go places with me where I should have people, like, work and hang out and talk to me. Oh, my man said monster girls. Yeah. That's why I say teratophilia at this point and not, oh, I'm into monster girls, because people would otherwise assume, oh, you're just into women in cosplay. It's like, no. Give me like a weird squid creature to fall in love with. That's what I mean by monster, okay? That's what I mean. But never, ever, ever am I gonna sit here and play pretend that any of that has any bearing on real life. Because it doesn't, and it never will. I heard people like monster girls because the monster is on the outside. I can kind of get behind that. Yeah. That's I mean, that's like a 4chan meme. That's a 4chan meme. But it's also correct in a lot of ways. Like, there's these, and you wanna know what's funny is, like, the reason I actually think I have the attraction is, like, it's not, I think I have, like, there's, like, a basis in my brain for it. Because one of the weird things about me is that I like to ask questions about things that don't really need to be asked. And sexuality is one of those things that I wonder about. Like, I wonder what causes people to think or feel these types of things, right? Like, I'm always trying to, I always just can't help but just wonder where a lot of these things come from. And for me, when I realized what the Harkness test was, I was like, okay, this makes so much sense. Like, it makes so much thorough sense. And so the result is that it's like, I guess I'm into them because if they're like an intelligent, personable creature, then why not? If they're a person that I could fall in love with, and they're of the biological sex that I am capable of being attracted to, well, then all I see is something intriguing going on. And I don't think I think a lot of people would be weirded out for me to be like, yeah, I think I like monster girls purely because I find it interesting that they just have a strange anatomy. Because it's, and that's like literally the primary reason. Like, I just think it's interesting, and somehow that is supplanted in my mind as a reason to be allowed to be attracted to them. And it really causes that sort of wonder of like, oh, I wonder why this psychologically happens. Like, what governs sexuality if sheer intrigue can sort of cause you to adopt an attraction of some sort, you know? Whereas most people are not really being conscientious about sexuality whatsoever. They're just, I like this, I'm gonna do this, and that's where it begins and ends. You know? So The Shape of Water was basically written for you but reverse genders, Beauty and the Beast, but you get disappointed when the Beast turns normal. Yeah. You know what? Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That does kind of sound accurate, yeah. Omi would have a crazy heartbreak playing monster. Dude, I have seen plenty a handful of like fan arts of like those creatures drawn, but like as like anime girls. Oh God. Maybe I need to shut the fuck up because I'm sounding more and more like a hypocrite the longer I go. Oh God. Also, in the first school, there was a paddock, and the day after the fire, someone let the cows out and they took a massive shit in the basketball court. I don't know why that happened. Have you seen Ama, the female Shinigami from the live-action Death Notes? Nope. I am not gonna lie, Death Note was one of those anime fads that I never really got into. I just didn't like the main character. The main character is just unlikable to me. And not in a way where it's like, oh, I guess this is intriguing, I want to see how he crashes and burns. More like just in like, oh, this is just kind of unengaging because I hate this guy. I'm not really a fan of what this guy is doing. I think Tara has been to a lot of different public schools when she was younger, from traveling. Oh, boy. Light Yagami is so up his own ass. Yeah. I just couldn't really find it in me to find him interesting. N is fucking annoying. When the first season was good, when they added N, it wasn't all that great. I just like the nonsense planning they do. Who's N? Is that the person who goes after Light after L dies or something? Because if there's one thing that I kinda almost made me like Death Note was L. Like, I liked L in Death Note, but I didn't like Light at all. And the story was clearly about Light Yagami. And is L's successor? Right. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that of Light. And so then when the time came that somebody spoiled it to me that L dies in a way that kind of sounded stupid, I was like, oh, well, I don't really care about this. Like, any attempt I once had at caring about this is gone now. Man, this is annoying. I need one house specifically right there. So fucking annoying. Oh, this needs 5 exactly? Are you kidding me? It's fine, I can do that. Okay, we can finish these 2. Very good. I like it. Perfectemundo! Ooh. You see, when we get a perfect, we refund a card. So that's one of the ways we keep the cards coming, and then quests are another way we get 5 cards for completing a quest. Can I put this here? I can, but it kind of ruins the forest tiles a bit, so I'm going to put it here instead. Okay, we'll put this here because everywhere else is too big. Oh! Does this... Nope, it does not. It does right there, though. Last school I went to was still shit, but better than the others because they let me hammer 50 nails into the classroom wall for my art final. What? Wait, what? Wait a minute, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? They just let you hammer nails. What? What? Whoa, I didn't mean to put that there. Guess that goes there. Oh shit. Oh, this is the beginning of a new train track that I have to abide by. Nice. My art final was hammering nails into the wall and making a 3D cobweb with twine. I literally just wanted to hammer nails into a wall, but I bullshitted some meaning about lay society, so they let me do it. I hope you caused a lot of damage, and that they never had any chance of reprimanding you. Can I put this here, maybe? It's still not quite good enough. Oh, damn. Okay. We have some train trackies. Well, that looks terrible. I don't want to do that. Guess I'll do that. Uh-oh. 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 I could complete this and just let it be. I guess I might. I don't know. Could do this over here. Well, actually, that's not too bad of an idea, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't need to panic as much because I'm not playing, I'm not doing the thing where I can't tilt anything. I also didn't even do my math exam. I don't know how I got into university. I don't want to be, like, a piece of shit, but I would not be surprised if you got into university potentially because you are a minority. Like, I'm not saying that to, like, be an absolute fuck-ass piece of shit, but that would be a reason. That they might have just completely ignored the fact that you didn't do your math exam. I drew a picture of a llama on the exam paper with a tree and smiling sun, then left. My final was a self-portrait in charcoal. I hated and loved it. Man, I didn't get to do any of that because I contracted my disability at 14 and I never completed high school. So I got a GED when I was like 21. But the result is that I didn't have to experience the bullshit of high school. And for that, I am thankful. Because it sounds like high school sounded like it fucking sucked. In my art class, a Christian girl constantly did Jesus-related things. And for the finals, the art teacher gently asked her not to do Jesus for the finals, and she cried! Oh my god. I went to high school and college at the same time, do not recommend. Well, it's long past my time to do anything of the sort, so... I'm not worried about getting caught up in that, in a mistake like that. Dude, my school was like 200-ish people of all of us freaks. LBG, did you grow up in like a tiny town with like 2,000 population? Only 200 people? God, I really want there to be a solution, like a perfect tile right for that little space, but it's gonna be a while before we find it. Actually, let's do it like this. Yeah. This is so close to being so viable. But not quite. That Christian girl was nice, but literally whenever I asked her about conflicting Bible passages, the school bell would ring, or a teacher would call her, or some weird cosmically comedic thing would interrupt us. Deadass never got an answer. That sounds like a gag from, like, a slice of life anime. That's what that sounds like to me. The high school I spent most of my time at had a high school class of only 150 people. What the fuck? Now, the early college program only accepted 50 to 60 people per freshman class. People would drop out or get kicked out as time went on. Okay, I see. I see. That checks out in my brain as far as I can tell. Oh, this is perfect. This is literally perfect. That's awesome. I like that. I'm glad that that was literally perfect. If I do this, this closes it off on that end, but it fucks with this tile, so I don't really want to do that. Oh, but it doesn't fuck with this. Oh! Close. Close. There are multiple avenues that I need to cut off for this forest, but they all don't fit. They're all like 2 tile or 3 tile close-offs, so I can't really use this here. I have to use this somewhere else, but I don't know where. I could put it here. That doesn't interrupt anything. It doesn't get me any points, though, of some kind. I could do this like a fucking jackass, but... When I was peak depression, I even went to her youth church with her once, and even there we got interrupted when asked. That's funny. I used to go to a Baptist church when I was a kid. Then, though, when I realized that I had gay aunts, and I realized that the church didn't like them for no other reason that they were gay. First, my brother stopped going to that church, and I'm 7 years younger than him. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna go to church no more either. And that was it. And that was that. And I never went to church ever again. Man, I could use to close this right here, but there's no need. Just leaves it sticking out. Son, my real name is train noise type shit. Legit that. I believe it. That is comical. I like it. Well, shit. We can do this. That works. Come on, give me a fucking tile that... Oh! Boom! Boom! Nope, this does the opposite of what I want. Ah! Ah! Thank you for banning the bot before I even noticed it. Fuck. Why did you delete it? I was gonna get the best viewers and give them my money. Sorry to say this, LBG, but they're scammers. I guess that can go there. That's fine, I suppose. Oh boy, we have another city tile. Fuck. Can I put this here? Oh, that looks much better. Wait. This is so close to being perfect. You know what? I traded one card for two. So, I'm gonna say that that is an acceptable way of closing this off. And I will allow it to be as it is. Now it's time for this tile here. That's not true! That's impossible! I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure what you guys are saying that in response to. What did I say something weird? That triggered like a reference point? No, not there. Ugh. Even when spinning tiles, you can encounter these issues. Oh, the bots! Yeah. God, I really hope something interrupts y'all just so it's confirmed. That would be so goddamn funny. That would be so goddamn funny. I could put this here, but then it forces a weird tile placement for right here. I'll do this. Yep, trade 1 for 1. I consider that to be totally acceptable. Oh! Ooh. Nut! Nut! Oh, yeah! 3 perfects. Mmm. Mmm. Nut. Hey, dog, it's just hexagons! You don't understand the absolute ecstasy of your OCD paying off. I don't actually have OCD, or at least I don't have any official diagnosis of it. But goddamn does it feel good when the things finally line up, when the stars finally align. This tile, unfortunately, does not have a lot of things to do. Would you be attracted to a hexagon if it had a nice personality? Maybe if it was like a hexagon in the sense that it was like a giant starfish creature, maybe that would take a lot of mental work. Like a lot of mental work, but maybe it's not technically impossible. If it loved me, it had a cute voice. Worm girlfriend asking, would you still love me if I was a human? Well, like I said, I think that type of attraction within me stems from, like, just intrigue with weird sci-fi and shit, and, like, anatomy ideas. So, like, if you showed me, like, a weirdly just weird anatomy, but then it passes the Harkness test, well, then my brain could start going through these cycles of, can I, like, hypnotize myself into being attracted to this? And often the answer is yes, but often the answer is also probably not. Sometimes it is just, like, too bizarre. You know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I would, like, be able to, like, shag, like, an actual fish or something. Like, that's... it just because it can talk. You know, like, I know that'd be funny to play that out as a bit, but it's not technically that easy, you know? It would be exceedingly difficult in a lot of ways. Because like, here's the thing. When a creature is a certain anatomical way, the more anatomically different they are than a human, the harder and harder it is to empathize with them and understand what their life is like. Which makes it harder and harder to connect emotionally. So there's still always going to be that thing of, yeah, sure, it can talk, but can I really force the attraction out of myself when it's like so different that I don't even know if we'd be able to comprehend one another's experiences. And this is what I mean when I say that, like, this attraction seems to be based upon me being just this weirdly introspective individual. Because, like, everything I just said there sounded deranged. Literally everything I just said right there just sounded deranged. Like if a Christian would be, like, throwing the Bible at me for being so deranged with the way I made all those statements right there. But that's just my rationale, because I can't help but just think of, like, some sort of rationale for why I would have any form of oddity within my sexuality. Because, that's what happens when you're alone with your thoughts. I think a monster girlfriend would just make life more fun because she'd be so different and it'd satisfy my scientific exploration and companionship needs. I might piss a monster girl off, though, asking questions. Well, I mean, like, there's people who enjoy being asked questions, you know? I'm not gonna lie, there is, like, there's probably is, like, an exoticism attraction that goes with the monster girl shit. That's probably, like, a thing. So it's probably not just the intrigue, but also, like, wow, you're so different that's just exciting because you're different. But, like, what the most important thing, though, is, like, being able to connect with someone, obviously. So if you can't connect with them because they're, like, a worm that has no experiences that can relate back to being a human, like, you can ask questions, but you're never really going to be able to necessarily understand, and neither are they necessarily going to be able to understand you. So, like, it's still a bit of there's still, like, an issue that can't be ignored. Where the fuck do I put this? Damn it, Oink, why can't you just, like, interracial? Why is it gotta be interspecies, too? Well, because... Okay, well, be careful. because there's like one of the things that I could definitely see an overzealous person thinking is being like, oh, you're just like one hair away from zoophilia. You are a part of the problem. Which is why I constantly stress how important it is to understand the difference between fantasy and reality when it comes to hentai and shit like that. Because, yeah, sometimes people can not understand the difference, whether they're the ones chastising it or participating in it. And in both instances, it causes some cultural issues. Like, I can show a Christian the Harkness test, but they'll still say, oh, it doesn't matter because it's a slippery slope. And I get that it can be a slippery slope because other people who are also insane, but on the opposite spectrum, would try to do really inappropriate things with animals. So I get the alarm, but it needs to be understood that fantasy and reality are separated. Like, it would be very strange if somebody's entire experience with this was to just look up weird hentai of, like, talking dogs or something, which is basically something I never do, because that's not where my brain likes to take this idea, because that's weird. But at the same time, it's not invalid to say that it's just like, what's a hop, skip, and a jump away from it being like you're a furry or some shit, you know? And that's when you get into that sort of realm where you have to, like, just start trusting people, even if their weird kink thing makes you uncomfortable. Because you can't read people's minds, you know? But if somebody is a stranger, then it feels weird to trust them as well. So there's all sorts of ways of it going wrong that all stems from people just not recognizing fantasy from reality, or separating fantasy from reality. Which is why I'm not sitting here expecting that I'm gonna have a fucking space alien girlfriend at any point in my life. Like, it is completely and utterly fucking retarded to ever slip into that. So, again, even in my lowest points, I've never been delusional in that fashion. It was a slippery slope when they started cutting off hoodies. Fuck them. Yeah. Yeah. Is it true that there are, like, rabbis that, like, use their teeth to bite the foreskin off of baby boys when they circumcise them? That's a thing. That's a thing I've heard from people who, like, are anti-Semitic, who talk about circumcision. Like, they say that, like, rabbis are PDF files who use their teeth to bite off the foreskin of the baby, and I don't know if that was ever true, or if that was just weird anti-Semitic shit. Because I'll tell you what, it certainly fucking sounds like weird anti-Semitic shit. But at the same time, religious people are insane, or a lot of them are, and so, like, why would Jews not also be in the category of people who are fucking crazy when they're following their religion to the letter? Oh no. Fuck, there's no place I could... Excuse me, there's no place I can put the tile except there, I guess. I think it's true. I believe they're called mohel. Ugh. You say that until a space woman shows up at your door. If it's ever happened, it's definitely an exception. Are you a Jew? Do you know? I'm not even joking. Like, I sort of interpret you saying that with like a level of conviction for some reason. Like you're absolutely sure. I want to close some stuff off. I guess. Fuck. This does close it off. It doesn't. I do get a perfect off of it, but it fucks up 2 other tiles. Oh wait, I can do this. Sure. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not. I just like to be accurate, and I've never heard of it happening before. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait. Oh, it's 3? Damn it. Oh, fuck it. I'll just... The next time I get one that has only 1 on it, we'll complete the quest, so it'll be fine. Come on! It's so close! It's so close! Fuck! That would close it off right there. Don't want to do that. That would close that off. Don't want to do that. God damn. Hey! Okay, that might be a place we can put it. Oh, you know what? That's the only place I can immediately think of, so we're just gonna do that. What do the numbers in the houses mean? Okay, so the way these quests work is that we have to put a number of these in this space. If it has a plus next to it, it means this number and anything higher. If it has no plus next to it, it means it has to be exactly that number. So we have to wait for a tile connection like this one, where it will only add 1 house. However, I'm not going to put this track here because I'm going to prioritize the fact that it is a train track with its own quest on it. So I'm going to connect it to this railroad, which then connects all these quests together. Oh, so close. And of course, if I were to do this, it fails the quest. But I can undo it, so it won't. And that's how it is for literally every quest. This is water tiles. This is the number of trees. Like, 300 looks like a lot, but it means individual trees within the tiles. Same thing with the houses. You know, it says 50 houses, but it means, like, literally how many houses are in the tiles. Damn it. Oh. Damn it. Almost. Oh, that cuts off a little bit. That also cuts off a little bit. Damn. This is a little tough. Okay, fine. Wait. Okay, we did it. We finally found something. Nice! We got double perfect and a quest. We got at least 7 cards refunded. How many people died in the house? The negative number is how many people need to die in the house to satiate the Scrumgus. He rules the Shadow Realm real estate market. He's the real estate guy from Slender Threads. I thought there'd be a bigger payoff for that dude. Holy shit, a 100% blank tile. That is very rare. And I'm not sure where to even put this. I'm just disappointed because I wanted to actually solve the mystery of the town. Well, the mystery of the town was that it was all a play, which, you know, I understand why that's annoying, but I also understand why thematically it fits in with the premise. Like, the whole title is Slender Threads because they're being controlled. So, you know, like, I get it. So I don't despise the ending, but I understand why it's frustrating to other people. And I would have also preferred the game to have been longer and for there to be just more stuff going on. But it decided to end it with the puppets thingamabob. Oh god, okay, this tile right here is fucking strange. I don't have an easy place to put it. Like, I can't put it there, can't put it over here, it will fail the quest. I could this is probably the best location for me to try and place it. That clashes with another tile. That clashes with this tile, with this railroad tile. Fuck. This closes this off for the woods. And I only have to close that off. But if I put this here, this will close off this little thing, and also I get one towards the quest. I'm about to have a singular house and a railroad with forest area on it. To be fair, a lot of point-and-click games get their leg from the player not knowing what to do. True. Probably true. I don't play a lot of point-and-click, so I don't technically know the answer. Boom! Quest completed. Oh, okay, and these flags here? These flags basically mean if I close off this pattern, then the result is that I get another additional 5. So there's the normal quest and there's the close offs. And that's how you continually get more cards to then use to make the thing bigger. This is a bizarre... Why do some not let you place one down? Okay, so railroad tiles and river tiles, not normal water tiles like this one or like this one, but railroad tiles and specifically river tiles, they absolutely must have their ends connected by another thing that continues them. That's compatible. So, like, this one, I couldn't place it anywhere else because I need these 3 to be able to connect to other railroads. So that's why I had to place it like this, and I sort of placed it the way I did. Oh, that's where I put this. Okay. One day we'll find the perfect tile for this little hole here. One day. Hold on. Is this a place I can... Damn it! Almost. Almost, but not quite. Oh, this works, technically. This technically works. Oh, it's changing based on your tile. Yep. Yeah, we've been talking about a lot of weird shit because, you know, you all decide to show up, and I'm very thankful for that. Often the streams of this game is just peace and quiet with no talking at all. But I'm glad y'all came. I mean, that works, I guess. You see, this weird, like, this double V, this helix structure, like, I can't just place it anywhere because all 4 of these need to be available to connect to another railroad. That's why there's so few locations I can put it, you know? Luckily, we made a little location right there, so. Okay, so we have another city tile. Fuck! So I can immediately complete a quest if I put it there, but I won't get any perfects if I put it over here. Because you see, this tile has houses on all sides, so if you want to get it perfect, you have to surround this tile in all house connections. So if I place it here, I will never get a perfect on it because there is a grass, and a plains tile right here. So if I put it here, yeah, sure, I'll complete this quest, and I'll get a bunch of progress on this quest, but I will not get a perfect. And at the end of the day, the perfect matches are going to be the ones that carry your whole game into getting a really big landmass. Because otherwise, you have to try and keep up with these endless quests that have bigger and bigger requirements over time. This is especially noticeable with the forest tiles. Like, the bigger, like, the more closed off, the bigger you have a forest that is not closed off, the bigger the quest requirement will be for the next forest. So, like, the fact that I haven't closed this off has caused these forest tiles to demand 300 trees. Which is why, in retrospect, I probably should have placed this over here and just gotten this with more water tiles. But that's too late now. That's well over too late. But that doesn't mean we're out for the count. If we keep getting good amounts of trees, we can eventually close this off, and then we'll solve that issue. Because if we close this whole trees thing off, well then the tree quests will be measuring this big bit of trees, and this bit of trees, and this bit of trees, rather than this entire thing of trees right here. Do the number tiles count the already placed tiles? Yes, they do. Ooh, this is an interesting place to put this. I feel like it would be, yes, 77, 65. Let's do it here. I think that's just overall better. Huh. I'd put this over here, but we have a plains tile right there, so that'll mess that up a little bit. And right here we only have 2 houses rather than 3 houses, so... You could build some good D&D world maps with this. Yeah, if the game gives you good enough tiles. Like, the game is tricky because it doesn't just hand you the perfect tiles every time. Ew. Okay, I can put this right here. That technically works. Is there anywhere else I should consider placing this? Probably not. Like, see, because of this is a Y in this Y shape, I can't even place it next here because it doesn't have 2 railroads that are adjacent, so I can't even place this here, even though there's 2 connecting points there. The result is that, like, there's so few connecting points, you know? Even in the own railroad. But I can put it here. Fortunately. Okay. Sorry, I was just, stretching. Which is very painful for me, but it has to be done. Okay, so we have a house tree and a plains. Damn, that's almost perfect, but not quite. Whoa, oh, damn. If the tree and the house switched places, this would be a perfect little tile, and then we get a perfect right here. Actually, we'd still get a perfect here. It's just that this tile and this tile will never get a perfect. which we want as many perfects as possible, because that's what gives us the big bucks. That's what gives us way more tiles overall than just hopefully completing these quests eventually. Wait, does this work here? Ah! If the house was on the other side, it would be perfect. Damn it. You just switched, if you just took that house, put it on the other side, it would be so fucking perfect. Ah. Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm being silly. Okay, this works. That works right there. Okay. I need to spin this around to see what the fuck I'm doing. Oh no! No! I was afraid of that being a thing. Oh, whoa, wait, does this work? Oh, this works, actually. The problem is that this demands a water tile that's like has water in the middle, and then each side has a house. I don't know if a tile like that even exists. So I don't know if I should place that there. I can't put it there. I can't put it there because the plains is on the wrong side. Forest is on the wrong side. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, no, the plains... Yeah, no, that doesn't work. No. There's got to be some avenue somewhere. Oh! Well, I mean... It makes this complicated, this tile right there, but this does fit on all sides. I don't know, though. Let's see. No. I can always do this. This is the half-assed thing to do, just to make tendrils. As you saw with the last game where we couldn't spin anything, but a lot of tendrils. Oh, sorry, leaning back. Ugh. That doesn't work either. You know what? This is so strange, but this is actually good. That's actually good placement. Because you also have to think about what is and is not going to be complicated to place. Like, are you going to place a tile that's perfect, but it complicates every other tile nearby? Well, then you're going to find yourself waiting for a very long time. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Nice. Double perfect. Double perfect. Okay. It has a board game, but no mobile version. I kind of want a Steam Deck now. Oh. I didn't know there was, like, a literal physical board game version of this game. I wonder how that would work, because, like, you run out of tiles eventually because physically you don't have them anymore. I could use this there. That would be an extender. Nope, that doesn't fit the way I need. Neither does that. Nope. Does fit there. Nope. Might just be a see how far you get type of thing. Sure, yeah. That would make sense. Or you just spend $1 million on 1 million tiles or something, I don't know. Wouldn't that be the funniest thing a rich person could do? I'm gonna spend $1 million on the most detailed board game version of a game that I played in my childhood. This right here is good. I think that's good. Oh, okay, so this is a special tile, and the fact that it is a railroad end. These are extremely rare. So let's put an end right here near those house tiles. Damn! No, that sucks. What am I doing? That sucks too. Luckily, we have a quest where this works. Holy shit, a blank tile. Okay, well. Hope this game has crazy fanatical following and they hold super serious competitions. Well, there is a leaderboard, and like because of my biggest build in this game, I'm like 3,000 ranked or something in the world, and I have no idea how good that is. That might be garbage. But if there's like 1 million people playing this game, then I guess that would be super good. Man, totally blank tiles have... When you're doing... You know you're doing good in this game when you always have a place for a blank tile. But if you have difficult places for blank tiles, then it you know you're in a slight snafu. Which is what we're in right now. Not really finding a lot of good places for a blank one. Like, there's a few places I could put this, like right here, you know, but... Oh, you know, I can... Oh... There we go. Perfect. We got a perfect. Okay, you know what? As much as I don't want this square to fail, we desperately need to close this off at some point. Wait! Do we do this? Do we do this? Doesn't even get... It gets 0 perfects. But is it even realistic for me to think that I could get a perfect here? So should I not simply just close this? I think it's time to close this. Because each of these, when they're completed, I'll get 5 per. So if I close this off here, I'll get 15 cards. Want to hear about the legendary Dorfer? That's why I'm calling people who play this game. That's what I'm calling people who play this game. Dorfer. Huh. Oh, wait. Is this maybe... Aha! Okay, I can place this over here. Okay. To follow that quest. Nope, don't really want that. There are houses on all sides of this thing. There's no blank, there's nothing blank on this tile. I can't find a location that just has blank adjacency to it. Right here, though, is complicated because of the plains tile. Like this could be almost perfect, but just isn't. Yeah, there's plains tile again. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Excuse me for yawning. This would be perfect if not for this tile. That is not a perfect if we put it there. Intriguing proposition. Or even this. Intriguing. I think I'll do... I'll do this. Not gonna lie, I'm about the dwarf. I might get it. This is a very fun game. The problem is that this game is the type of game that causes me to go into a coma, and then just completely lose track of all time, so I don't play it in my free time anymore. Because I'll literally play it, and then not realize that, like, I've completely, like, done literally nothing all day, and I'm just in a coma. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. So now I only play this game on stream. Because I don't like being mind-controlled into doing nothing. I already have enough of that with being disabled. I don't need a video game to assist me in doing literally nothing in my life. Damn it. That doesn't work. That does not work either. It almost does, but just not quite. Okay, put it here. 100% Balatro did the same thing to me. Yeah, Balatro is like a roguelite or something, right? With cards? I think I've seen it get played once or twice. Probably from Vinesauce. Just do that. We just have triple houses right here. That's pretty cool. I like that. I can put it here. Or I can put it over here. We only have 19 cards. I need to prioritize what quest I'm trying to do. I think I need to prioritize this quest because it has less... There's less going on, I guess. Hey! Okay, there's a railroad quest done, so we got 5 cards off that. Poker Rogue. Yeah, it's a poker roguelite. Roguelike. I'm not gonna lie, I've never played poker, and I don't know if I ever really will care to. Oh wait, this is also a quest that needs completing. Boom! Completed. 5 cards. Oh no, another giant tree quest! Fuck. Well, that's me bringing about my own doom by not addressing that sooner. Oh. Ah. I just barely cannot connect it to this. What if I do this? No. Let's do that, I guess. No. Okay, let's go over here. Boom! Nope. Wait. No! Fuck. It's fine. Damn it. Oh? Hey! Wait. No. Okay. Perfect right there. God damn it. If it was just blank, instead of having trees on it, it would fit. And I would get, like, potentially more than one perfect. Well, no, because I need others to close off, but... Wait a minute, do I do this? Is this how we do this? You know what, we're in dire straits. 15 cards... actually more than 15, because I think we got 1 or 2 perfects by doing that. But do I really want to? Do I actually want to, or do I want to have a perfect. Because, man, do I love getting perfects. You know what? I'm a crazy motherfucker. I'm a maniac, maniac. Da, da, da. However that song goes. I don't know how that song goes, actually. This is also a place that blocks off this. Oh, that's double perfect as well. It's like the game is begging me to close this off and not look for a perfect. Like the game is begging me. Please! Stop trying to make it perfect! Please! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, fuck. Do I have to... Okay, water! Big water. Anybody else remember in The Land Before Time when they sang about the ocean? And they called it the Big Water? And they tried to drink from it and they were like, ew! And then they found, and then there was like a megalodon or something. You say poker ain't for here, but you are gambling on that perfect. Yeah, but poker is like about keeping a straight face, and I'm a chuckle fuck, so. Like, the best you're gonna get out of me is me playing politics during Commander in Magic the Gathering, okay? Where I'm trying to fake a counterspell, or fake some form of interaction when I'm playing my mono blue card draw deck, okay? Man, this is a big-ass ocean that they're just asking me to make with these tiles, huh? I may or may not be regretting my decision. Again, I can close this off whenever I want, though. To get 15 cards or more. Damn it. Damn it. Oh! Wait. Fuck! It's so close! If this tree wasn't here, this would be perfect. The tree is there, and therefore it is not perfect. Son of a bitch! Nice! Double perfect. I kind of want to see someone make a mono blue control deck that doesn't include counters. My Vinwixed mono blue deck does not have a lot of counters in it. If I'm gonna be honest, it's I think its interaction is mostly bounce, and others and similar types. I don't have a lot of counter spells, particularly because a lot, like, my brother has like his main deck is just mono green degeneracy, and like those decks often have creatures that just say this can't be countered, which is funny because my brother will often demand, you need to put mana drain and counter spell into all of your blue decks, and I'm like, fuck you, no, I am not giving you an excuse to put goddamn Allosaurus Shepherd into your fucking decks. Shut up. I'm not doing that. Bounce, tuck, and then mill. Yeah. I actually, my most recent win with my card draw deck was a mill win, and I had no idea that it was even going to happen. It just did. Because what happened is that I had two opponents that both were running True Conviction on the battlefield with these giant board states, and because I was like at less than 10 life, they decided to not kill me. And because they decided not to kill me, I was able to tap all my mana to play Blue Sun Zenith, and then wheel next turn with Teferi's Puzzle Box, and I had Ether Siphoner out, and I was at max speed, so every card I was drawing would mill for 2. So because they left me alive at like 5 life, on the end of one of their turns and then at my upkeep, I milled both of their decks completely with just by drawing my entire deck. And I didn't even see it coming. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can win if they don't kill me here. Holy shit. It wasn't even an intentional mill. It wasn't even intentional mill. You know? They were mad. They don't like being milled out. My play group is the type of... We're the type of scrubs where we get mad over really silly things that a CEDH player would be like, wow, you're a baby. Yeah, they're not gonna have a lot of mercy on me ever again. But again, they were 2 players with giant creature boards, both running True Conviction. So it's like, I understand why they wouldn't think that I would win out of absolute fucking nowhere. And you know, to their credit, I didn't know I was gonna win out of nowhere either. Holy shit! We completed 2 of the railroad quests. That's excellent. Excelente. Oh. Nice. That's all we can... I like this tile. This tile is nice and cozy. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit here. Like, this is a potential, like, 4 perfects right here. Like, if I do this, yep, that's 3 perfects. So if I wait until I have a perfect tile here, I'll get 4 perfects for 1 card, which is crazy. Why does Mill make people so salty? I don't know either. You want to know what makes me salty? Exile. Like, perma-exile. Perma-exile pisses me the fuck off. I fucking despise perma-exile. Which is why I'm not the type of player to gravitate towards delve effects either. I really just don't like the idea of exiling cards permanently from my deck that I cannot somehow reuse and recycle at some point. Like, I just hate it. I just fucking hate it. There was a place I put this earlier that got me like a perfect or 2. Where was that? I forget. Oh, it was here. Nice. Okay. Gotta put Karn in every deck. Karn liberated. I have 23 cards. I'm not gonna worry too much right now, actually. I think I will do maybe this. Maybe I do it like this. Nah, let's do that. Oh! If it had 1 house, it would be perfect. That's all it needs, is 1 house. Damn it, man. I guess I just have to put it over here. And now we have an empty tile. Which is nice. I like seeing empty tiles when I have a place to put them. Unfortunately, this tile and this tile are not rivers, but this one is, unfortunately, so I can't put the tile there. As much as I would love to put it there. I cannot! I can put it there, though. So that's a thing. Oh, no. Oh, yes! Okay, never mind. I was about to be very angry, but then it turned out to be totally fine. Okay, that is too big. Fine. Touche. So this goes to 14. It goes to 7 right here, though. Wait. That's probably better. Yep, that got me a perfect right there, so... You know what I recently realized is that none of my adventure decks that have Boros in them have Quintorius. And now I'm sitting here wondering if I should be trying to buy like 3 copies of Quintorius, even though I don't really want to update my adventure decks. Like, I would prefer to upgrade my adventure decks when like an actual new commander comes out that's actually better for them. Not this bastardization where I already have way too many different cards to put into those decks, and then I'm missing this one planeswalker. This is a very odd tile right here. It's an extremely strange tile. Not sure how to deal with it. If I do this... Okay, you know what? If I do this, I can then connect through here. So I think this is okay? Maybe? Yeah. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. I just trying to... Man. I wish this worked. Wait, does that mean this is the only place I can put this? Oh, no. Because if I put it anywhere else, I'm starting a brand new railroad. Which is a very tumultuous thing to do. But if I put it here, I'm going to get no perfects on so many tiles. So maybe I do put this over here. You know what? I'm a crazy person. It's going to bite me in the ass, I'm sure, but... Damn it. Okay. Oh! "21 Railroad." That's it. I hate it, but that's just the way it is. Guys, we finally did it. How many perfects will we get? 4 perfects. Trade 1 card for 4. Fuck, I want to... I do this... Fuck, oh well. Are you fucking kidding me? The house just needs to be... Shit. I just need 1 house on one of these fucking water tiles. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's pretty good. Right there. This isn't even good. It doesn't have a house tile on it. Doesn't work. It doesn't work here either. There's no house tile. Give me a fucking house tile, one of you motherfuckers. Christ almighty. Maybe I could do something like this. It's probably not a good idea. Let's put it here. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. Even though I probably should. I'm running out of cards. Hold on, what am I looking at? Okay, that's what I'm looking at. Oh boy. Why did he do that, or did I Mandela that? What? Why did I do what? No, that doesn't work. Fuck, I'll do that, I guess. I don't know. No, I can't. No, let's do this. Arnold and the ARG thing. Did he do that, or was I Mandela'd? I'm pretty sure that... Didn't he do something like that in, that stupid movie where he was, like, taking care of children that were annoying or something? I don't know. That's like... You're not Mandela, because I think that is a stereotype of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of him making weird noises like that. You know. Like, that's definitely a Schwarzeneggerism. Okay, it's time. I want 15 cards. Went from 11 to 26. Based and pilled. This is not a good idea. But I kind of want to do it. No, I really shouldn't. Just... Maybe I will do it. You know what? Sure. I hate it. Oh, that's such a bad idea. Well, I can connect it through here, so... At some point. How it feels to pop Bloodlust in Warcraft 3. You just all become Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, that works for that tile in particular. Lust! Lust! Shami, please! Lust! I'll never forget the day when I was like 13 and I was playing World of Warcraft very early on, and the Bloodlust sound in World of Warcraft was the same sound as in Warcraft 3, and I was so happy. At this point, though, it's novelty. It's a lot of trees. A lot of trees that, don't perfectly connect right here, which is angering. It's very, very annoying that the trees do not perfectly connect right there. I guess I'll put them here. I just noticed the time. My God. My God. This motherfucker. This stupid little quest. If I connect it here, it fails the quest. You piece of shit. You annoying little bastard. Can't put it here. There's no plains tiles. Could put it here. Not really putting it there. Fuck. Oh, wait. Oh, it doesn't line up with that. Doesn't line up with the blank tile. Actually, oh, hold on. Let me try that again. Okay. Do I not have any Plains quests? That's so strange. I had no Plains quests. Well, this sucks. This fucking sucks right there. I should really, fucking stop, though. I'm kinda... This is what I mean by it puts me in a coma. I'm just... autopiloting. Oh! Damn it, almost. Wood. You know what, rather than continuing to have a headache, I think it's finally time. Thank you all very much for joining me here tonight. I really appreciate you coming here to hang out with me. We will be back in 2 days, Friday if you live in the United States, and we're gonna start with a game called Of the Devil. It is a visual novel about like a cyberpunk murder mystery, I believe. I don't know anything about it other than what I just said to you, and also the thumbnails on Steam have a lot of anime girls wearing suits. So, you know, you can't see me giving the okay fingers, but I'm giving the okay fingers. So that's going to be pretty cool. Heard it's good. I was recommended to it. Unfortunately, it's a 3-hour game, supposedly, so we're probably going to be done with it in 2 streams, and then next week I'll have to figure out, again, another new game, but that's fine. I might just have Dorfromantik be standard Wednesday for now, until I decide, like, oh, I guess let's play Minecraft, I'll update Minecraft and all that, but other than that, yeah, like, that's the plan. So Friday, Saturday, we're going to start a new game, a visual novel, and hope you're all going to have fun with it, and that it'll be pretty fucking awesome. If you happen to be new here and you enjoyed hanging out with us tonight, if you think I deserve a follow, I'd appreciate that quite a bit. We stream 3 times a week for approximately 2 hours. And this stream will be re-uploaded to YouTube tomorrow night, where it will join every single stream I have ever done. So if there are any you want to catch up on, you can find all of them there. Link is in the About section. And, alright, that's it for tonight, folks. I went way too overtime because I was a bit comatose, because that's what this game just does to my brain. So that was a pretty hefty overtime, and I need to get out of here. So thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate your support in every capacity. I hope you have a good afternoon, evening, morning, etc. And I will see you all again soon with Of the Devil. Ciao.